So guys, Godfather here, and in today's video I'm gonna be showing you how to manually target in Silent Hunter 3. As you can see, we have an example over here. This is a video that I made of a perfect shot on a target while I was playing Silent Hunter 3. So, first thing that you're gonna do when you have spotted a ship, if it's going to be a cargo ship, submerge. You can do that even on the surface, but it's always better to attack into the at periscope depth, so around, as you can see, 10 or 15 meters. It's gonna be fine. Then what you wanna do, you wanna calculate the speed of the ship. If you wanna do the manual calculation, it's very fucking easy. What you need to do, you need to take pretty much the bow of the ship, you need to mark the bow of the ship, then you need to take out your stopwatch, and if you're playing with mods, I'm using OneAlex mod, so this is going to be pretty much, this is gonna work with the base game too, but it's gonna work even better with the OneAlex mod. You wanna take your little watch over here, and when the bow of the ship is gonna hit your mark, you wanna get started, you wanna hit the clock and it's gonna start, as you can see. Now, you wanna wait 3 minutes and 15 seconds. As you can see, we are waiting, this is the minutes and those are the seconds. When it's gonna hit 3 minutes, as you can see, I slowed the time. And you wanna do a mark on the bow on the ship when it's gonna hit 15 seconds. So let's wait a bit. And let's see. Bam, there we go. Now what you wanna do, you wanna take your pretty much roller, your distance thing over here, and you wanna calculate the distance between the first mark and the second mark, or the second mark and the first one is the same. You're gonna calculate the distance that the ship traveled in those 3 minutes and 15 seconds. For me it's 9, let's go a little bit back, let's see. For me it's 934 meters. Now what you wanna do, you wanna pretty much calculate the speed by taking this number over here. In this case is, you wanna pretty much take just the 0.9, because the other numbers, they don't really care. You wanna take the 0.9 and pretty much do 0.9 by 10, and you're gonna come out with 9. 9 is gonna be the knots of the ship. So this ship is going at 9 knots. Now we're gonna put the knots into the TDC, as you can see. Now the TDC is showing us a lot of information over here, and most of them are in German, as you can see, pretty easily. The stuff that you wanna concentrate on is this one, this one, this one, this button over here, and then for shooting, this stuff over here. Let's start with this one. This is the angle on bow, and I'm gonna explain it in the future. This is the distance on target, and it's pretty much measured in kilometers. So all the way to 10 is 1 kilometer, then 2, then 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is over here, 8, 9, and 10. 100 is 10 kilometers. It's not going to be 100 kilometers, okay? You are not gonna take a shot at 100 kilometers. 10 is still possible. Then over here is the angle on bow. This is the speed of the target. As you can see, we're gonna modify it. In order to modify all of those settings, you need to click this button over here. Remember then, when you are done, like I don't know, now we're gonna modify the speed. As you can see, let's do it a bit faster. Yeah, as you can see, I click that thing. Now I can freely move everything that I want over here. I put it all the way to 9 knots, as you can see, and then I right-click this thing. Why? Why you wanna click this thing? Because this is pretty much the button that is gonna pretty much link the target, so the gyro over here, to your TDC. If you don't click this button over here, the TDC won't know where the target is pretty much. You're just putting random numbers at him, but he won't know where the target is. So if you want to do it completely manually, remember to always set your gyro right. So let's go back to the free view. Now, when you're starting out, in order to calculate the angle on bow, I recommend you to take the free view and look at the target. This is our target. Now, the angle on bow, as you can see, it's divided in two ranges, right and left. Now, this could be a little bit complicated, but it's fucking easy. Now, you need to think why I told you that you need to go into the free view. Because in order to choose from left or right, you just need to take a look at the target and pretty much think in your head. Imagine it like that you are a crew member on the ship that you are aiming at. In order to see the U-boat, in this case I need to look right. So the ship is over here, as you can see. In order to look at me that I am the U-boat, the ship need to look at his right. So the angle on bow is gonna be on the right over here. Now, to get the actual angle on bow, it's pretty easy. You just need to take your protractor over here, is this one over here, as you can see, and you need to make a mark at the bow of the ship. So the first mark is gonna go to the bow of the ship, the other one to the stern of the ship, and then the third one to your current location. And you're gonna see this thing over here, 57.8 grades. Now this is gonna be different for all of you, naturally, because angle of bow, it's not always the same. 57.8. Let's go back to the TDC and let's put the angle on bow, as we said, is gonna be on the right, because as you can see that on the right and on the left we got the same numbers. As you can see, 20, 20, 60, 60, we have the same numbers, but as I already said to you, in this case it's gonna be the right. So remember to always click this button over here, as you can see. Yeah, there you go, and move it to pretty much the number of grades. Okay, and then click that. Now automatically the computer is gonna calculate pretty much the change on the angle on bow, so you don't really need to do this all over again when the ship is gonna move, because naturally the ship is gonna move. This is where this button came to play, because if I'm not gonna use this button, the angle on bow is not gonna pretty much reshuffle, it's not gonna keep the lock on the target, because it doesn't know where the target is. Naturally, if the target is right now at, I don't know, 300 and something degrees from me, and is moving all the way to 0 degrees, so pretty much in front of me, the angle on bow is gonna change. It's gonna change from 57 right now to 90. So as you can see, we have set the angle on bow, as it's slowly changing, as you can see. Now the last thing that you need to do is calculate the distance. The distance is the only thing that the computer won't pretty much won't reshuffle, won't you can call that, he won't upgrade it. So if I'm gonna put the distance, and for this target at this point is around 1 kilometer and 1 kilometer point 3. When I'm not gonna shoot right now because in general, if you wanna shoot, remember that the gyro must be around 0 because you wanna get a 90 degrees angle between you and the ship. So we're gonna put the current pretty much distance, and that's gonna be it for now. Now you wanna take a look at those stuff gauges over here. This one pretty easily is the speed of the salvo. The salvo is when I'm shooting more than one torpedo. In this case, I don't think I used the salvo. Let's see, I don't remember. Maybe I used just one torpedo. Yeah, I used just one torpedo. This is a pretty small ship, and it don't require more than one. If it's gonna be like, I don't know, a C3 cargo, a pretty big ship, and it's gonna require more than one torpedo, what you wanna do, you wanna switch this bottom to S, and then it's gonna pretty much let you choose from a different variety of salvos. And this could be 1 and 4, 1, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 4, or all the torpedoes, or you could choose from 2 and 3, 1 and 3, and 2 and 4. So this is going to be pretty much the spread of the salvo, so how much grades you wanna spread the torpedoes. It's usually good to spread them because they're gonna cause more damage, because they're gonna cause 2 big holes, one in the bow and one in the stern. It's a little bit tricky, so I don't really recommend to you doing that. It's a little bit tricky. This one here is the depth of the torpedo. It goes all the way to 0, so surface pretty much, to 25 meters, so very, very deep. In general, most of the cargo ship, between 5 and 7 meters is gonna be perfect. 10 is gonna be good if it's very, very loaded and very, very big, and if you're gonna use a magnetic warhead, a magnetic piston. I don't really remember how it's called. Maybe piston, yeah. The difference between impact and magnetic is that the magnetic is pretty much a magnetic warhead, no, not warhead, a magnetic piston at the end of the torpedo, and it's gonna detect pretty much the ship, and it's gonna go boom. Naturally, you wanna use it below the ship because it's gonna cause the most of the damage. But in general, the Germans didn't have a very good magnetic piston, so it's not gonna be very reliable for long shots. I always go with impact, and it's very straightforward. The torpedo travels. When it's gonna meet the ship, the little pistol into pretty much the end of the torpedo is gonna make contact with the ship, and it's gonna be and it's gonna go boom because the piston is gonna ignite pretty much the explosion. Now another thing that I would say about the magnetic piston, is that you can shoot it pretty much, it's gonna always explode, even if you're like at a strange like 40 degrees, 20 degrees, 0 degrees, it's always gonna explode, even if the ship is coming head on towards you. The impact one is not gonna explode if the ship is at like strange angles. If you wanna use the impact, is pretty much the easiest one, but you need to have almost a perfect angle of bow, and it is usually 90 degrees. So we're gonna speed up a little bit over here. We're gonna wait until the gyro is gonna hit around 0. When it's gonna hit around 0, I'm gonna click this button over here, and this button over here is pretty much where you shoot the torpedoes. Before you shoot the torpedoes, always remember to have your target locked. If you don't have your target locked, all the stuff that the TDC is doing it won't be working pretty much, because the gyro won't be updated, and the TDC won't know where the target is, because it's not a modern pretty much system. It's nothing like it has a radar or something, and pretty much with poor words, if you have your target locked, the gyro is gonna know where the target is, and you're gonna have a successful hit. If you don't have your target locked, you can still aim the gyro, but you need always to look at the target. It's always preferred to have your target locked, because you don't have to move the periscope around. Okay, the torpedo is gone. It's in the water, as you can see, and we can take a look. Now this is not the trail of the torpedo, and this is the trail of the torpedo, as you can see. Actually, before I forgot, the steam propelled torpedoes, they have different speeds: slow, medium, and fast. The electric one just slow. Usually you wanna use medium for the steam torpedo, fast if the target is really far away, but it's not that worth it. So let's come back to the clip. I'm gonna do a little bit of time compression. Let's see. Oh, and yeah, a perfect hit, as you can see. Okay, that was pretty easy, nothing too complicated though, and it's definitely a easy job to do. So yeah, if you are struggling again with this, just write in the comment below and I'll show you pretty much how it's done.